Welcome to We Learn. This is session 11 of Direct and Network Marketing. Today we are going to cover different topics like prospect list we are going to cover, types of prospects for initial contact that must be considered. It will be the part of today's session. Then we will discuss about the referral approach, sample conversion, points to remember for network marketing will be covered in this session. Types of objections that are faced in marketing that will help to increase the customer that will be covered in today's session. Top 10 network marketing mistakes. We will focus on those mistakes so that these mistakes can be improved and ultimately the customer database can be enhanced. Then in the later part of this session we will cover the 50 best practices that is used in the marketing techniques that we will cover. Multi-level marketing as a spiritual movement. We will focus on that part also. Then in the last step of this session, we will cover different steps that should be taken care in the sales force management. So let us start the first topic of today's session. The first part is prospect list. Prospect list is basically that list which gives an illusion of the prospects that can be generated in-house as well as out-house. And when we talk about the in-house prospects list, then there is a warm list. And that warm list basically consists of those members to whom we met on a day-to-day basis. For example, families, friends, business and personal acquaintances, other people with whom who have connections, referrals. Referrals plays a very important role in bringing about any sort of business. In this referral scheme, there is a win-win situation in which both the provider of the referral as well as the receiver both get equal benefits. There is a win-win situation in this referral warm list. Then this prospect list is having the list of those names where you have the relatedness, like schools, clubs, any or XYZ organization to whom you contact. Friends list, corporate and organizational list. All these things which are the part of warm list. Next category of the list is cold list. And that cold list includes the interaction of those people to whom we met when we are walking, when we are talking around the town, interacting with the new friends while meeting them on some social gatherings or with the help of social networking sites like Facebook and Orkut and all. Cold list has the list of those members also which are strangers for us. Suppose we are walking in a park and some strangers met, they interact with each other, we people interact with each other and do some daily activities. So the list of those people who are strangers for us, they become the part of cold list. And sometimes it is also possible that we interact with those people who are having a very big circle of social networking. Suppose some person have the club memberships, they have a great chain of people, they organize kitty parties and all. Due to this reason they are having a very big circle. So that people who are having the good count of people in their circle can influence the business also by taking their names in the cold list. And another important part which actually plays an important and prominent role in bringing the business to the organization by performing marketing is none other than advertisement. Mouth of words publicity is another mode of advertising the things. शो एंड टेल कंपटीशन ऑर्गेनाइज करके भी हम एडवर्टीजमेंट परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं. पैम्फलेट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन से, by performing different unique selling points, web marketing. These are the different ways by which we can advertise our product, our services, and all these things basically comes under the cold list, which is ultimately the part of prospect list. So as a whole, prospect list plays an important role in bringing about the business to the organization at different level, and sometimes the in-house people are responsible for the generation of the prospect list. Even the people who are not the part of organization can also be the part of prospect list. Now let us discuss about the different types of prospects that are required for the initial contact. इनिशियली कांटेक्ट करने के लिए बहुत सारे प्रोस्पेक्ट्स पॉसिबल हो सकते हैं. द फर्स्ट वन इज योर क्लोज रिलेटिव्स, एंड समटाइम दोज रिलेटिव विच आर अल्टीमेटली नॉट सो क्लोज. आप कभी कभी उनसे पीरियडिकली मिलते हैं. दे कैन ऑल्सो बी द पार्ट ऑफ प्रोस्पेक्ट्स लिस्ट. योर एक्टिव क्लोज फ्रेंड्स, जिससे हम रोज बात करते हैं, रिसेंटली टच में रहते हैं. वी नो ईच अदर, हम उनकी इच्छाओं के बारे में जानते हैं. That are the people that comes under the active close friend category. Inactive close friend are those friend to whom you haven't been in touch in a while. अभी आप उसके contact में नहीं हैं, but in near future it may be possible you could be in contact with them. Even it is also possible in the past, in school days or in college days, the people were in that list. Another kind of prospects that can be generated for the network marketing is inactive former friends. Inactive former friends means used to have a close relationship but have not been in touch for a long time. आपकी अच्छी उनके साथ relationship है, you are very close to each other, but right now they have been shifted to Canada and something else, some other areas or geographically distant area. So due to that reason or another XYZ reasons, it may be possible that right now you are not in contact with that people, with that for a long time. So in that situation, these are the things that must be materialized in the initial stage to bring the better prospects for the business. And all these things ultimately will help you in the final conversion ratio of the collected leads, right? Active acquaintance or person that are seen recently or often but do not know well. आपने किसी को अभी कुछ टाइम पहले ही देखा है, although आप उसको जानते नहीं हैं, वो भी आपकी एक prospect list का part बन सकते हैं. Active acquaintance businesses also. Sometimes by performing the cold call, like related in some way, school, club, etc. We have already covered this part. Sometimes unrelated calls, phone book से आपने कुछ pick कर लिए numbers and you are randomly making a call to that person. Strangers in person and other long-term relationship also can be the part of this prospect list. Another constructive approach of marketing is the referral approach, in which both the parties, the receiver and the giver, both get equal benefits. You can also take an indirect approach in your conversions by asking people who they know who might be interested in a business. Results are that they refer someone to you and or they speak up about themselves. आप किसी को भी कुछ benefits दिखाएंगे तो obviously he will refer some names and that benefits could be in monetary terms, in other benefits also, right? So referral approach is a wonderful approach to add added advantage into the business. To increase the horizon of business, referral approach is a very wonderful approach. Now let's have a sample conversion कि किस तरह से हम कन्वर्जन ला सकते हैं जो कि अल्टीमेटली बिजनेस में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा. किस तरह से डिस्कशन किया जाए कि हमारा जो कन्वर्सेशन है वो एक बिजनेस डील में कन्वर्ट हो जाए, या हम कह सकते हैं एक बेटर प्रॉस्पेक्ट्स जनरेट हो जाए उस लीड्स को मटेरियलाइज करने के लिए. सो लेट अस स्टार्ट अ कन्वर्सेशन that how we must deal the people who are in our, whether they are in cold list or warm list of the prospect list. So there is a sample conversation. The first part of the conversation focus on that how we have to start our conversation. The conversation sample reflects an overview that how are you, how are the kids, how is business, how is the job? Would you be interested in a new business or opportunities? Would you be interested in a second source of income for your family? Would you be interested in earning some extra income? Would you be interested in the potential for financial freedom? I am involved with the business that you have to see. Now look at this sample again. How the conversation gets started. Focus on to that person. Give a flavor of personal touch by asking that how are you and how are the kids. Now again the conversation flows in a direction that ultimately leads to business way. How is the business? How is the job? Would you be interested in a new business opportunity for possibility? And the last parameter that has been given in this sample conversation is the wonderful idea of conversation. Would you be interested in the potential for financial freedom? Everybody like financial freedom. I am involved with a business that you have to see. Now you are a little bit compelling on that part. So conversation is moving in that direction where you want to take it. So this sample conversation will ultimately help you to get the business for the organization. This is a kind of network marketing that must start with a positive notes and it must end at a positive note. And this sample conversation will help you a lot in bringing the business to the organization. Now there are different points to remember for network marketing. The first point is be enthusiastic. Yes, your enthusiasm is a continuous. The more you have, the more they get. जितना ज़्यादा enthusiasm होगा उतना ज़्यादा आपको received होगा amount. Keep to a 1 hour limit. It means do not spend more than 1 hour on the presentation. People cannot listen much longer. Yes, it is true. लोग आपकी presentation को बहुत लंबा समय तक नहीं bear कर पाएंगे. So if you have done a good job, people will stick around to get more information after the formal presentation. So plan your presentation in a very well in advance and remember concise is the effectiveness. Means present your presentation in a marketing manner, in an advertisement manner, like we see when we see the movies or serials in the TV, we have different ads, and just in a few seconds, 30 seconds or 40 seconds, the advertisement communicates their message. Similarly, while you are preparing the presentation, then that presentation should stick around to your goal and it should provide the sufficient information to the other side. Right? Speak to the prospect's hot button. That is, tailor the conversation toward what is important to your prospect. You don't have to take your conversation in such a way so that it should keep on going. Ultimately, you have to move your conversation in such a way, in such a direction, so that it should move towards your prospects. This is the hot button. Close. be sure to actually specifically invite the person to become a distributor. And this can be done by providing your visiting card. Before closing any conversation, you should provide a kind of reference to the other party that if in near future or if any point of time they want to communicate with you, then they must be having a contact number on any sort of communication mode. So most sales are lost because the prospect is never asked if they are interested in buying. तो कुछ डील्स तो इसलिए मटेरियलाइज नहीं हो सकती क्योंकि उसके बारे में कभी बात ही नहीं हो पाती. वी नेवर लीव एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ रेफरेंस पॉइंट. अनदर पार्टी उसमें इंटरेस्टेड नहीं हो पाती है. नाउ लेट अस डिस्कस सम सॉर्ट ऑफ ऑब्जेक्शंस दैट आर एक्चुअली फेस्ड इन द मार्केटिंग. जब भी कुछ नया प्रोडक्ट आता है तो कुछ ऑब्जेक्शंस रेज होती हैं. A request for more information. For example, is this a pyramid? A legitimate concern is that I am not a salesperson. Sometimes you provide informations about a particular product or service, then that person says that this is not required for me because I am not a salesperson. A smoke screen hiding the real hidden concern. For example, I am too busy. So a polite put off because they have not seen the value for themselves of what you are saying. For example, I will think about it. Sometimes people give such a scenario in front of other people and it seems to be kind of objections. Okay, I will think about it. So a test of your belief and knowledge level will help you to minimize the effect of objections or to rudely remove the objections. For example, you cannot really make money doing this thing. So ये कुछ objections आपके सामने प्रोजेक्ट की गई है that will help you to minimize these objections as well as to remove these objections that are mostly faced during the marketing. Sometimes people even don't want to listen you by saying just the thing that this is of not my use because I am not a salesperson or something else. Like, so these information that was provided in the objections as well as in the points to remember this and these points, all these information will basically act as a information which will help to handle such kind of queries in the near future. Apart from this, there are top 10 network marketing mistakes. The first one is inflated earnings expectations. ये वो मार्केटिंग मिस्टेक्स है, कभी कभी हमारी अर्निंग एक्सपेक्टेशंस कुछ ज़्यादा हो जाती हैं. सो मार्केटिंग का बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट इज दैट यू मस्ट ऑलवेज गो फॉर द प्रोडक्ट, नॉट द प्लान. What the customer wants, focus on to the requirement of the customer first. Don't rely कि हमारे प्लान में ये चीज़ थी and we have to do just as per our plan. No, you have to go for the product first. Don't think short term. Always think big. In the last session, it was discussed that thinking big will provide you a big horizon of thinking, and ultimately this will help you to materialize the things. Right? Freebie product, that is, forget about it. Don't ignore the company track record. जब भी आप मार्केटिंग करें तो आप अपनी मार्केटिंग करते समय कंपनी के ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड को मेंटेन कर सकते हैं, उसको पब्लिसिटी के लिए हम यूज कर सकते हैं, उसको इग्नोर नहीं करना. इफ यू आर इग्नोरिंग देन इट इज द बिगेस्ट मिस्टेक एट आवर पार्ट. राइट? Networking, basically network marketing is an ongoing concept. It is a continuous process. So don't walk, rather run. If you will run, then only you can bypass your competitors and all other parties. Now look for another mistake that we often do, that is look for the products with profit margin. We always focus on just to selling of the product. Anyhow, this should be sold. No. The product must be sold with a proper profit margin. If no profit is there, if less margin is there, less profitability is there, then there is no use of doing any sort of marketing. So by fully analyzing the profit margin, you should go for the selling of that particular product. Don't be a junkie or a ping pong. Turn off the television. Nowadays, television is the source of information. So network marketing is also done on the televisions, and if you will put off this television, then lots of updated information will be closed for you. So another mistakes that you should not follow, that is, don't turn off the television. And if something is going on, then it should be resolved. Basically, this focusing on these mistakes means that we have covered in the top 10 network marketing mistake. The idea behind this, the focusing on these mistakes, or the idea behind discussing these mistakes is to grow your company by not following that mistakes that you have already done in the past. Rather, you must take that mistakes as a stepping stone to proceed further. आपको उसको सीढ़ियाँ बनाना है, जो मिस्टेक्स हमसे पास्ट में हुई हैं उसको हमको सीढ़ियाँ बना के ऊपर बढ़ना है आगे. And if we will grow further, then ultimately our company will grow. So just for the sake of the growth of the organization, growth of our company, mistakes should be taken care, because mistakes are the only source of improvement for the organization. Now here we are going to project 50 best practice that are used in marketing techniques. The first point regarding this is that use your products regularly. If you want to do marketing of your product, then use your product regularly. Make a total commitment to your program for at least 1 year. Right? Sell yourself first, then the products and the marketing plan. सबसे पहले आप अपने प्रोडक्ट जिसको आप बेचना चाह रहे हैं उससे पहले अपने आप को मार्केट कीजिए, अपने आप को सेल कीजिए, उसके बाद प्रोडक्ट का नंबर आएगा एंड देन आपका मार्केटिंग प्लान एग्जीक्यूट होगा. सो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम यू शुड स्पेंड फॉर फ्यू बिजनेस टाइम, स्पेंड 90% ऑफ योर बिजनेस टाइम विद द डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स, कस्टमर्स एंड प्रॉस्पेक्ट्स. आप अगर अपना पूरा समय 90% एज पर सम सर्वे द डेटा इज कलेक्टेड एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट डेटा 90% इफ यू स्पेंड योर टाइम in dealing with the distributors, customers and prospects, then that business person can generate better prospects for the business. Next best practice that is used in the marketing technique is present your products and marketing plan personally to at least one person daily. आप अपने प्रोडक्ट को रोज एक नए पर्सन को हैंड ओवर कीजिए. दिस इज अ गुड टेक्निक ऑफ डूइंग मार्केटिंग. Let everyone know what business you are in. Advertisement. So it's a wonderful idea to present your products and marketing plan personally to at least one person daily. Make understanding people more important than product knowledge. Let the people understand what is that product. Next practice, focus on duplicate yourself by making distributors and independent of you. अगर आप अपना प्रोडक्ट को डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर देते हैं तो दिस इज द डुप्लीकेसी ऑफ द इंडिपेंडेंट प्रोडक्ट्स. मोटिवेट योर ग्रुप मंथली बाय ऑफरिंग मनी, ट्रैवल, recognition and other rewards for specific achievements. This is a kind of motivation. Praise your distributors' accomplishments. जो भी आपके डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स ने अचीव किया है उसको अप्रिशिएट किया जा सकता है. दिस इज ए काइंड ऑफ अनदर सॉर्ट ऑफ मोटिवेटर फॉर द टीम. मिंगल विद टॉप डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स एंड आस्क हाउ दे मेड इट. उनके साथ पूरा मिक्स होना पड़ेगा कि किस तरह से उन्होंने इस चीज को बनाया है. एंड बी परसिस्टेंट. दैट इज ओनली 1 out of every 20 people you approach may get serious about the business or be interested in your products. तो हर 20 पीपल्स के ग्रुप में एक आपको कस्टमर, प्रॉस्पेक्ट कस्टमर मिल सकता है. Another best technique of marketing is lead by example. Never stop recruiting, training and retailing. Keep it simple. Do things others can easily duplicate and copy. Means whatever approach we are going to use for the marketing, for the network marketing and for the publicity of that product, that should be simple. Keep in touch. Communicate by newsletter, meetings, weekly calls, postcard, voicemails. Pass on pertinent information immediately. These are the ways through which we can have a better communication network among our peers and all. Conduct simple, brief, dramatic presentation. Listen 80% of the time and talk 20%. This is a wonderful concept. Every time the person who is involved in the business or is capable or is a part of network marketing, he must be a good listener also. Means 80% of the time he or she must spend on in just listening the things, and 20% should be the ratio of talking. Satisfy all complaints immediately. Next point is concentrate on what you can do for your distributors and customers, not on your own profit. आप अपने डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स के लिए, कस्टमर के लिए क्या कर सकते हैं, फोकस ऑन दैट पार्ट. आप अपने पर्सनल बेनिफिट्स के बारे में सोचेंगे तो बिजनेस कहाँ से आएगा. नेक्स्ट इज आस्क फॉर रेफरेंस फ्रॉम योर बेस्ट कस्टमर्स. वो कस्टमर जो आपके रेगुलर कस्टमर्स हैं, आपको हर बार बिजनेस देते हैं, आप उनसे रेफरेंस के बारे में बात कर सकते हैं. दिस इज द अनदर बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस, बेस्ट टेक्निक ऑफ डूइंग द बिजनेस. Give customers more than they expect. Yes, don't satisfy the customer. Rather produce the delighted customers. Satisfied तो कोई भी कर सकता है. You should give a intuition and illusion to the customer that we are providing more than your expectations. So, by following this approach, everyone will love a free gift. This is the tendency of the human being, that everyone loves a free gift. So if you will satisfy the customer beyond of your expectation, then this will ultimately affect the business in a positive way. Develop at least 30 retail and wholesale customers. Provide one-day delivery service. Everybody likes speed. Everybody likes fastness. So your mode of delivery of services, its time span period must be one day only. And believe in your product so much that you know every person you talk is going to buy from you. So इससे पहले ये बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आप अपने प्रोडक्ट में खुद बिलीव करें. It is necessary that believe in your products. Another point is tell your customer how much you appreciate their business. Don't accept no as a final answer. Approach each prospect at least 12 times a year with new information. हर बार आप अपने कस्टमर से नए इंफॉर्मेशन के साथ अगर इंटरेक्ट करेंगे, मे बी पॉसिबल दैट थिंग्स कैन बी मटेरियलाइज्ड. सेंड कस्टमर मंथली प्रमोशनल इंफॉर्मेशन. डोंट योर फॉरगेट योर कस्टमर एंड डोंट लेट योर कस्टमर फॉरगेट यू. ना तो आप खुद कस्टमर को भूलेंगे और ना उसको भूलने देंगे कि वो आपको भूल जाए. इसके लिए आप कुछ रिमाइंडर नोट्स, कुछ कार्ड्स, ग्रीटिंग कार्ड्स वगैरह डाल सकते हैं. Speak enthusiastically about your business and products. Work on top priority prospects that produce the highest returns. Build your list of contacts daily while you build your reputation. Approach former top producers. They are always open to you. So, by following these different approaches that we have discussed till now, you can make a big network of the people to whom you can contact. Different channels of communications can be opened in front of you. Even you can't imagine that how the information is flowing from one part of the organization to the another part. Not only the organization, rather from one state, from one country to another country. So there is a group. Millions of people can be the part of this networking scheme. Fit the needs of a prospect with the benefits of your products or business opportunity. The next thing that we can do is organize your file so you can locate any piece of information in just 30 seconds. आप अपने डेटा को इस टाइप से ऑर्गेनाइज कीजिए कि आप जो भी रिक्विजिट इंफॉर्मेशन ढूंढ रहे हैं वो दैट शुड बी अवेलेबल इन जस्ट 30 seconds. Use an answering machine or service and return all calls within 24 hours. Use a cellular phone or bus service. Next is set daily, weekly, monthly and yearly goals and do whatever is necessary to achieve them. Do not pass negative rumors downline. Check the facts yourself. These are the other prospects. Listen to the cassette tapes on multi-level tips from top ear earners. Listen to cassette tapes on multi-level tips from top earners. Subscribe to multi-level magazines. Read self-help books. Expand your distributors list worldwide. It means think big. Tell others what they are interested in, knowing not what you think they should hear. सामने वाला किस बात में इंटरेस्टेड है, इस बात का बहुत फर्क पड़ता है हमारे बिजनेस के ऊपर. आपको इस बात पे नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि मैं क्या बताना चाहता हूँ या मैं उस चीज़ के बारे में क्या सोचता हूँ. यू शुड बी इंटरेस्टेड इन व्हाट द अदर्स आर इंटरेस्टेड. स्पेंड मनी ऑन द थिंग्स दैट विल मेक यू मोर मनी. उस चीज़ पर पैसा लगाइए जहाँ से मोर पैसा आने की और ज़्यादा पैसा आने की पॉसिबिलिटीज़ हैं, सो दैट प्रोडक्टिविटी कैन बी अचीव्ड. Schedule important tasks at the time of the day when you are your best. Delegate the things. It means do those things only you can do. आप सिर्फ वही चीज़ करिए जो आपको करनी है, बाकी चीज़ें आप डेलीगेट कर सकते हैं. Read biographies of successful people to be inspired by their lives. This is another techniques. Present business opportunity and training regularly. Flow your profits back into the building your business. Know that if others can do it, so you can change yourself or challenge yourself. Give yourself a reward for reaching your goals and penalty for falling short. This is the very wonderful approach. Have so much fun in your business that others want to join you. You should analyze this thing also. And the last point is do it now approach. Whatever you want to do it right now. This is the right time. This is the best time to do that thing. This is a very powerful concept which ultimately generates a better prospect for the business. Right? Now let us learn that how multi-level marketing, in short it is called as the MLM, is a spiritual movement. About the spiritual movement there is a truth that the use of spiritual concepts like prosperity, consciousness and creative visualization, it is used to promote the multi-level marketing. The use of the words like communion to describe a sales organization and claims that multi-level marketing fulfills Christian principle or scriptural proficiency are great distortions of these spiritual practices. Those who focus their hopes and dreams upon wealth as the answer to their prayer lose sight of genuine spirituality as taught by the religion. So spirituality basically focus on bringing the people together who are working to achieve the common goals. So spirituality combines one people from that of the another people. It generates a positive vibes among the people who are working together to achieve the common goals of the organization. And the misuse of these spiritual principles should be a signal that the investment opportunity is deceptive. When a product is wrapped in the flag or in the religion, beware. The committee and the support offered by MLM organization to new recruit is based entirely upon their purchases. If the purchases and the enrollment decline, so does the communion. There are different steps in the sales force management. Sales force management focus on 5 important points. First thing is recruitment and selection. Recruit the right potential, choose the right person for doing the potential jobs. After recruiting, there is a step of providing training to the recruited people. Whenever they are working, there must be a proper supervision for the same. When supervision step is over, then there should be a proper motivation for the same, and evaluate the performance of the employees at the preset parameters. Right? So before we end, there is a do-it-yourself exercise for you. In the first part of do-it-yourself exercise, there is a question. You have to create a prospect list by taking suitable examples around you. आप कोई भी एग्जाम्पल लेके कि किस तरह से आप एक prospect list तैयार कर सकते हैं, that you have to prepare. You can discuss this list with your peers, with your friends, with your family members and all. Question number 2. Discuss network marketing mistakes. What basic mistake we perform while we performing the network marketing, that you have to discuss among themselves, and you have to note down around 10 mistakes that we popularly do. Right? With this we are going to finish this session. Thank you.